Welcome to the second time. First up today, I want to share with you why I am open to talking about things like job hunting as a disabled person. It's quite simple. It's because the fault does not sit with me. The fault sits with inaccessible employment and a lack of appropriate disability supports. I'm not ashamed to be disabled, unemployed, and looking for work. The situation is merely facts to me. Exhausting facts, most certainly, but merely facts. I know many people do not feel safe to speak up on these topics, and that's why I think it's even more important that I do speak up. On that note, while I am a member of the disability community, disability is not a monolith. I am only speaking for myself and what suits me. With regards to terminology, I use people with a disability and disabled person fairly interchangeably when referring to myself. I don't have a strong preference, but I know others do. Again, disability is not a monolith. I divide up my job hunting in a fairly boring and rigid way. I have a small weekly whiteboard off to the side of my desk at home, and this whiteboard has the day on the left. On the right, I've written my tasks for each day. Monday is Queensland Government jobs, the Smart Jobs Board. Tuesday is APS jobs, federal government jobs, and looking directly at agency websites for new jobs. Wednesday is for jobs on seek.com.au. Thursday is ethical jobs and some more Queensland Smart jobs if there are new ones or ones I didn't get to on Monday. Friday is for university jobs and LinkedIn jobs. These boards cover the large majority of places who will have jobs relevant for my skill set. 3 years ago, I wrote the following. There are tons of jobs I'd be a competitive candidate for. I can't write applications for all of them. I need to write applications for the ones that appear flexible and inclusive. The problem is, everyone has anti-discrimination policies, but they don't apply them in reality. As a disabled job seeker, this makes it practically impossible to identify which jobs to apply for and where to spend my energy. In the past, I've applied for jobs, not gotten anywhere in the recruitment process, but they've liked me, kept my resume on file, and hired me later. All of these things make it impossible to choose what to apply for. There is no correct approach. The information to make a correct choice does not exist. I can't tell if my application will get through to someone who is reasonable or unreasonable about letting me do my desk job from my own desk. This means I don't stick to applying for only remote jobs. Most jobs I do can be done from home, yet are only offered as hybrid. What all of this means is that these days I take a volume-based, generic application approach. I get my resume out there and see what comes of it. I apply for whatever I can, as much as I can, whatever my capacity is that day. I don't ask about accommodations. They are listed as a requirement on my resume. My needs are not a negotiation. They are clear and straightforward needs. This is probably not the correct way of doing things, but so far, with my set of variables, people have been unable to tell me what the correct way of doing things is. So I do it the way I want to, the way that's easiest for me. I don't spend a whole lot of time on applications because people don't read them, especially with the use of AI in recruitment. My generic application is very good, and it only needs about 30 seconds of customization for each job. I was talking to a friend recently, and they shared that they had spent about an hour on an application, only to get a clearly automated rejection within 10 minutes of applying. That's exactly why I don't put much effort in. I use my quick system. Employers are proving they are not worth the effort they expect of prospective employees. This is the basic outline of how I job hunt. Next episode, I'll cover some of my philosophies about job hunting and being employed as a disabled person. I hope to see you there. Show notes can be found at www.normalness.com/second-time.